Hey folks, welcome back. Alright, so it was funny, I was just talking about this the other day when I finished my crafting base build tutorials and showing build limit and saying I didn't know what else I was going to do in No Man's Sky and I was open to suggestions, but beyond that I wouldn't be back on for a while unless there was an expedition. I log in today, there's an expedition, so here I am. Alright guys, I'm just going to do a real quick technical check here. And then yeah, I'm ready. It talked about relics, like that sounds like a lot of fun. New decor for bases, I'm all about it. Testing, testing. Alright, we're good to go. There's a little bit of a delay, but it's not terrible. We're having bad weather, so that can always cause issues. And this is probably a little bit loud here. Alright folks, so as per the usual, I'm just going to kind of walk through. Oh, first of all, welcome so much. Oh jeez. The words are already failing. It's going to be a great day. I've only had 2 cups of coffee. That's probably part of the problem. So anyway folks, hope you're all having a great day. And before I actually dive into this, if you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, and comment, that is always appreciated. So whenever I get started with an expedition, I always kind of like to walk through, you know, putting this stuff in, because that's a common question out there. What do I bring? And honestly, I went shopping, and I spent some nanites, and that's okay. Hyperdrive module, yeah, I kind of want this stuff. You know, just in case there's not purchasing options on the other side, which I ran into in expeditions, you just never know what you're going to get into. So anyway, I'm going to try to take stuff that I've got double and triple stacked. Reason being, it takes up less inventory. Not only am I bringing something that I want or will probably need, but I can sell the excess for nanites. So I just found it was good all around habit to bring as much of this stuff as you can. Excuse me. In fact, I wish they'd let us take just a little bit more tech. The hyperdrive module, honestly, I probably don't need that because I'm going to be spawning in my Starship once I get over there. Oh, side note, make sure you park the Starship you want in the anomaly, because I've forgotten to do that. I get on the other side and it's like, ah, it's not the Starship I wanted to craft. So yeah, make sure the Starship that you actually want to spawn in on the other side is definitely here with you now. Alright, let's see here. I know I'm going to be needing that guy. So I think that's all my suit protections. Scanner modules, guys, super helpful. But again, I can sell the excess. Now I'm real torn here. Oh wow, it won't let me bring the S-Class reactor? That sucks. So I bought an S-Class reactor because they sell for 10,000 nanites. So I was like, oh, you know, that's no-brainer. But it looks like it will not let me bring it. Let me make sure I actually have one in my inventory. Yeah, it's right there. S-Class reactor. Huh. Okay, well... I kind of sort of want to bring the hyperdrive, but again, if I'm going to craft my Starship over there, that'd be a waste of a slot, because that thing's already pretty decked out with hyperdrive range. The movement modules. That might be a good time saver on the other side. Alright, so yeah, we'll definitely do that. Now the good thing is if you still want tech, you can still bring it. So you can put... Oh, I can put my S-Class reactor in this slot. Okay, so now I can worry less about, you know, selling stuff for nanites and more about just what I want to bring. So yeah, scanner modules would be good. I'll definitely dump those into Starship. Protections, of course. Looks like I'm actually missing a... No, I got it right there. Alright, so anyway, yeah, there's that reactor, baby. Now, I usually bring these, you know, suspicious packets, but it just gives you a bunch of random stuff. So if I have space, I'll bring these. If I don't have space, it's not, you know, that big of a deal. Now, of course, if you've had like a stack of 50, I would consider using a slot for, you know, that much, just because you're going to open those over there. They're going to give you just random stuff you can sell for units, nanites, you name it. And it might even dump you some useful stuff. So let's go ahead and go through my list here. Now, I'm definitely bringing hypercores. What's going on here? Oh, the gold, guys. So I have gold farms in my game, and I use gold farms to the fullest extent, because each one of these sells for about 3.5 mil. Now, of course, it depends on the sale value in the system you're selling in. You know, that can fluctuate. But you can pretty much bank on a good 3 mil or more per stack. So yeah, I'm absolutely going to bring a whole bunch of gold. That's going to be some immediate selling power. It's going to get me units, buy-in power for just whatever I want. You know, crafting materials, starships, freighter if you really so desire. And depending on how many units you want, you know, you might have to kind of take her easy here. Last time I think I just had way too many units. Not only that, with the scanner module, that'll get a bunch of units going. Now keep in mind, you can't actually get your hands on this stuff until you get to the other side. And you get the anomaly. So I don't know, I crafted an extra V1 multipass. I don't know if I'm going to want to bring my multipass, because, you know, it's just those little round canisters you can open with them, nothing else. I don't know. If I run out of space, I'll probably trash that. Navigation data, yeah, I seem to have an expedition where I needed that, but yeah. Oxygen, and guys, I'm just going to bring this stuff to kind of cut down on how much farming I'm going to have to do on the other side. You know, the things that I know, absolutely know we're going to need. It's like sodium nitrate, I'll probably bring, you know, several hundred of that. And that spins down into sodium, so it's backwards craftable. So, yeah, I'll just take, like, enough. The oxygen is usually easy enough to find. Plus there's ways to craft that. The carbon, again, this is just going to save a lot of time during the expedition going out and farming a lot of this stuff. Copper, I'm not so convinced I need a stack of that. You can usually just buy that. Chromatic metal, definitely chromatic metal. Absolutely chromatic metal. Ferrite dust, absolutely. Again, this will just cut down on a bunch of farming time on the other side. Okay, magnetized ferrite, because that's backwards craftable. Also, that can craft into pure ferrite as well, so that one stack takes care of both needs. I think that's pretty much the main run-of-the-mill stuff. Silver, yeah, you need it for, you know, installing certain tech and stuff, but I don't think in big numbers. So, you know, we can just go out and shoot asteroids, or even buy that for that matter. Hydrogen jelly, yes. Main reason is that's backwards craftable also into dihydrogen. So you, again, cuts down on running around farming during our expedition. And I can already tell, guys, I am running out of space, and I'm running out of space fast. Matter of fact, I might just put that back in favor of other stuff, because I got plenty of selling power here for units, or nanites. That's a tough decision. I feel like I better bring it, so we're gonna bring it. Okay, so bumping over to Starship. Now this is where I keep all of my crafting goods, all of my crafting materials. So Actually, before I get into that, the hyper cores, because guys, you're going to be jumping. You're going to be jumping all over the place. So yeah, I'd bring at least a couple of hyper cores. I might even bring one more than that. Okay, and again, this is my crafting vessel, so I'm going to have like stacks upon stacks of this stuff, and that's totally okay. I'm going to bring the stuff I know I'm going to be going through. Wiring looms, absolutely. Not only that, wiring looms are going to save you a grip of cash on the other side, because they are not cheap. So I'm going to bring the stuff I normally have more trouble finding, and that I know are kind of pricey. And that's how I'll prioritize what I bring for crafting stuff. Okay, I like it. I got some units. Probably more than I need, honestly. I've got plenty of units for selling power. I got plenty of nanites, but again, that might be overkill on the nanites. Ugh, I don't know what to do here. I mean, it's only one more slot. Maybe I will... Actually, let me make sure I don't need any other, like, hard-hitting crafting stuff. Yeah, honestly, that dihydrogen... Because you can buy that, like, it's pretty easy to buy that over there. You just find a space station, but again, that's assuming we can access vendors. That's always a big question mark. So, I don't know. Bringing that might be kind of a waste of the slot, but... You know, given I've got the buying power here... I should be able to sell these for about 300 or more nanites a pop. That's a low sale value, actually. Let's say 300. So I've got 2 there I can sell, less the one that I install. That would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So say 12, that's 4,000 nanites. Or more. Yeah, I kind of feel like I better bring that reactor. So that's okay. You know, as far as crafting stuff goes, I think I got the big hitters. I've got the mats to save time on farming. Guys, I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's do this thing. And with that, I'm going to get myself out of the way. And guys, let's enjoy our expedition. And off we go. I can't remember which expedition it was, but wow. That really threw me for a loop when I got, out into space and realized the space station was damaged. I'm like, oh yeah, that happens sometimes, no big deal. Then you go to the next system, no space station. Next system, no space station. Then you're like, oh wait, there's vendors on the anomaly. Teleport the anomaly in. No vendors in the anomaly. It's like, oh, this is not great. Like I had so many units and nanites to spend. Couldn't spend anything.
Commencing Atlas system suit initialization.
Alright, now normally they dump you off in some kind of a hostile environment with predators and, taking storm damage. But wow, it looks like we're on a pristine planet.
Kinetic system online.
A paradise-type planet, possibly? What? You mean I get to relax? Oh man, this is gonna be dope.
Aerial propulsion jetpack online. Multi-tool and mining laser attachment operational. User initialization sequence complete.
Alright. Rock and roll. So, first thing, well, it is a hot planet. Okay, so it's not quite paradise. But it's better than what I'm used to getting into. So anyway, if you are taking storm damage, temperature damage, anything of the sort, you can always burrow in. Now, I've had an issue lately where that doesn't always work. You know, normally when you get into a cave-type setting, it restores your hazard protection automatically. But sometimes it's spotty. I'll burrow in and no protection. So just keep that in mind. You'll get out of the storm and you'll stop taking damage, but sometimes it won't automatically replenish. So guys, I'm just going to kind of scan around here, you know, get the basics, get a little bit of sodium, because again, all that stuff I brought, we don't have access to that until we get to the anomaly. So yeah, I'm definitely going to go ahead and steal some O2, sodium. Ouch. Oh, I didn't see that one. Fiddlesticks. I took some damage on that. Okay, that should get us moving. And again, sodium, that's another big hit list item. Not only that, the dihydrogen. If I've got the crystals sitting right in front of me, I'm going to scoop up a few, because sometimes you'll need that for Starship repairs, or you just never know what we're getting into here. And guys, getting back to temp damage or whatever, burrowing, the reason I like to get somewhere safe and secure is so I can kind of look over, see what's going on for the expedition. Now, I'm not under immediate threat here. I'm not taking storm damage. I don't see predators or wildlife for that matter, period. I'm probably pretty safe to do this. And again, this is just kind of taking a mental note of everything that's coming up, because I kind of want to put two categories in my brain. One is stuff that I need to get now or soon for this, you know, particular phase. And then the other category would be just stuff that we can do while we're out. You know, sometimes you have to walk 10,000 footsteps or something. So yeah, locate your starship. Okay, that's standard. Collect ancient artifacts. Got it. Actually, I don't know if I'm on an ancient artifact planet. Oh, by the way, you can get nanite bonuses by scanning all the wildlife on a given planet. And it's usually quite a lot. Like, it's not just a couple hundred. You usually get several thousand. So, yeah, it's worth it. Of course, the more animals the planet has, the more you'll get. Okay, a flyer. Yeah, the bad thing about doing this is sometimes it'll say like rare underground, and I'll show you how to look that up. If it's rare anything, and especially underground, those are tough. So, you know, you might spend hours trying to find that last scan that just seems to be eluding you. But again, if the game is going to throw them right in front of my face here, I'm absolutely going to take a moment, scan what I can. Okay, that might be an underground or other side of this ridge line. There you are. Oh, I got a twofer. Okay, I don't see any more red dots. Now, what I'm looking for is this little Wi-Fi emblem with the signage thing. That's buried tech, but we're also looking for those to be yellow. So if you see a yellow one, that's probably a pretty good indication there's something valuable at the other end. It could be a relic. So this does not look like I'm on a relic planet. Which is okay. They're usually around. I'm not going to say there's one in every system, but chances are you don't have to warp to many systems to find one with some kind of a yellow Wi-Fi symbol planet. Kind of hard to see from a distance. Okay, so I'm not going to take a ton of time getting this stuff. But again, if it's right in front of my face and on the way, it's just good business. And getting back to like salvage data, I don't know if I'm going to need it. And honestly, that's pretty abundant, so I'm not going to worry about running around grabbing that right now. Maybe if I see something on the way, I'll grab that. This might be something valuable. I will take a moment. And wow, we got a terrain manipulator to start out with. A lot of expeditions you don't. So wow, I feel like we're way ahead of the game. Okay, that's really not gonna fetch much. But again, I can't get my hands on the stuff I brought to sell just yet, so... They do sell. Oh, whoops. Oh, and by the way, this is a quick way to get sodium. I think Sunny Family taught me this. So Sunny, if you're watching, thanks again for the tip. But you can craft these marrow bulbs down into sodium. Very handy. Saves you a ton of time. And we need cobalt to make batteries for hazard protection. Now, I usually just like to buy the batteries, but, you know, that might be a ways off. So I'll get just a few mats here, kind of like starter materials to craft stuff like that as we need. I have no idea what I can put down. I have no idea what I can build. I might not even be able to build a refinery yet. I need to really look at my inventory here and see what's what. Okay, why don't we do that since I'm talking about it? We got translators, awesome. Okay, not a whole lot going on in the suit. Actually, that might be helpful. Lifespan 10%, that's not much. So yeah, we really can't craft much of anything right now. Let's see what our multi-tools got going on. Okay, we're not even there yet. Alright guys, back to expedition stuff. Report to the GPS field office. Okay, collect a complete fossil, got it. Defeat an ancient guardian, huh. That'll be new to me. Reassemble and... okay, cool. So a lot of this has to do with the fossils and stuff. Discover minerals. Now normally when you just go out and break rocks and stuff, you know, those will come. G-nodes or whatever. Or maybe you have to scan them. Let's go out and scan something just to see what happens.
Units received.
Okay, so yeah, we just got to scan. So again, I just like to keep mental track of the things that we can do as we go. So let's go to phase 2. Okay, so we're going to be collecting fossils and reassembling skeletons on many fronts, it looks like. Discover creatures. I've already scanned 7. Booyah. Analyze recovered data. Okay. I should probably start scanning around for that. Adopt companions. That's easy, straightforward, assuming we can craft the pellets. Okay, eliminate. Again, I'm going to be doing this as we go. Awesome, awesome. Okay, fossils. Reassemble. Okay, 5 ground creatures. I've already taken a photo of a few. Kind of funny, it's not telling me, like, how many I have. Oh, photograph. Okay, I'm not paying attention. So we don't have to scan them, we have to take pictures of them. Got it. Catch a bonefish. Okay, discover plants. Yeah, I just need to go around and start scanning stuff, apparently. Okay, phase 4. More reassembly. Excavate terrain. Okay, well. Let's see if that number goes up. Maybe if you make the hole bigger. There might actually be a quicker way to do this anyway. Stand by. Okay, yeah, that number is definitely going up. So if we have it, we should be able to get the flattener out. Now, flattener makes real quick work of anything dirt related. It carves out 2 full floors, 2 stories worth of dirt. You can see that silica powder just raking in the dough. Okay, but again, this is probably something that's just going to come as we go. I just wanted to show you guys a real quick way to do that one. Almost got 1,000 already. Serve up a bone to a Cronus, okay. I think that's that dude on the anomaly. I'm not 100% sure because I'm bad with names. Whip up a delicious bone broth. Okay, so we'll be doing... looks like we'll be doing some cooking with our nutrient deal while we're on this expedition. And more collecting, more reassembling, search, dung samples. Okay, if that's fossium, then I know how to do that. Again, we'll need animal pellets for that, creature pellets. Memory stones, okay. So yeah, a lot of this stuff we'll just be doing as we go. Alright guys, let's do it to it. Let's find our starship, get this party on the road. I think it's get this show on the road. I mentioned not having my full cups of coffee yet today, so I cannot be held responsible for anything that I say. At least for the first hour and a half of this stream. Alright, so we needed to get scans. Let's go ahead and keep that momentum going. Oh, look at that. Speaking of salvage data that would be on the way. I am not scanning anything. What is going on here? Okay, now I gotta take a picture of these suckers. Ouch. So camera mode, that's always fun. Okay, hopefully this counts. And just to make sure that actually counted, whoops. I think that was phase 2. No, it was phase 3. Take a photo. Oh, a group of 5. I don't know how many are right in front of me here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this might work. One, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 6 of them actually that I'm counting. Come on, baby. Papa needs his reward. Huh. Take a single photo capturing 5 ground creatures. Maybe they were too far away. It's funny, I see like a million paw prints, but they might have to be clustered a little closer. Like here, perhaps. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I got several in this shot. There it is. Alright guys, that was the secret there. You just gotta get them all a little bit tighter. And honestly, to do that a lot easier, if we can craft creature pellets, that would be the way to go. I need the carbon, but yeah, so basically you just feed a bunch of them and they'll start following you. I mean, you don't have to work super hard on that. They just kind of automatically do it. The thing is, you can't like sprint away or run away too fast. Okay, I don't know if that's what that meant, the knowledge stone. Okay, memory stone. Now that must be something different. I wasn't sure on that one. I thought I'd give it a quick test there. And I know I still need to scan plants. Kind of weird. On such a vibrant planet, I'm having trouble finding a plant to scan. It's like all the same tree. But I know I need minerals too. Like whatever that thing is, it's not scanning. Pretty wild, man, on the plant life. Like, wow. Oh, check that out. My Starship. I'm over here just fooling around. Oh, speaking of, yeah, let's go ahead and bust a couple trees up. Oh, the good thing about these trees, condensed carbon, baby. 2 for 1. Wow, that was not a lot of carbon. Okay, I see some more minerals coming into view. Might as well get the scans. I like to get the grindy stuff out of the way first, so I can just focus on the tougher stuff later. I'm just kind of curious to see where I'm at with my animal discoveries. About halfway there. Alright. Let's see what we got. Okay, uncommon flying. That's usually easy during the day. That's what Dorinial means. Rare underwater. Okay. Those are usually relatively easy. Underwater. So yeah, these should be... This should be a decent planet to get my nanite bonus on. Assuming I can find a body of water somewhere nearby. Okay, I always hit these loot bins. Navigation data always comes from these poles here. Sector. And you never know, there's oftentimes these little loot bins just kind of scattered about. I'm not seeing anything here though. Up. Almost walked right by that sucker. Yeah, sometimes I'll come across them outside too. Nestled up against the building, nice little hiding spots. But contraire, mon frere, I see nothing today. Oh, this one's populated. I assumed I was walking into an abandoned structure. Okay, it doesn't look like the plants are given carbon. That's poopy. Okay, I'm not going to activate that just yet. That might have something to do with the expedition, so until I get this first little part, before I leave, I'll do that again, but oh yeah, I was talking about carbon and the animals. Excuse me. So yeah, creature pellets, they'll follow you around, but I also wanted to feed a couple for the Fossium and see what's going on with that. And I spy a new kind of tree.
Units received.
I don't know what to make of that thing. It's like diseased. The pimple tree. Now normally I don't adopt ground animals. I go for the flyers, but to satisfy, ouch. But to satisfy the expedition, you know, I'll probably just get any old animal that I come across. You can always dismiss them later, so it's not like you're losing inventory space. Alright, what do we got here? Uh-oh. Memory stone. Okay, that's what they were talking about in the expedition. Ah, sweet. I'll take it. I guess that's it. Once you accept the knowledge, it just kind of stays there. So let's go back to our expedition. I can't remember what phase that was in. There it is. Yep, that's the one. Memory stones. Nice. Oh, I see. We just can't harvest. Yeah, I can harvest that. What is that? Polished stone? Draven does, or Hewan does art. Hey, what is up? Good to see you today for some No Man's Sky. Are you doing the expedition? Alright, got some O2, got some carbon. I see some more sodium a little ways away.
Technology recharge.
So yeah, the polished stone, I don't know, that's new to me. Some of these are going to be expedition specific and they do not let you take them back to your main save file. You know, that might be what that is, I'm not sure. Oh man, those little hazardous Flora, I do not see them until it's too late. Okay, now we should be plenty good on oxygen. At least for a while. And I think I see another knowledge stone or whatever. No, that was just a blue light thing making me think it was that. Alright guys, enough fooling around. I'm going to get back to our starship and get going on this expedition here. Such peaceful, serene music. Uh-oh. And then you fall in the pit of death. Right after you say, such peaceful, serene music. Eliminated 10 hazardous Flora. Alright. Time for a reward. Where are you at? Oh yeah, I gotta get my reward for the picture too. All sorts of fun stuff going on. I almost did that again. I did do that again. Uprooting. Okay. I got something there for free. I'm gonna have to investigate that. That might be something I can install right now. Yeehaw! Okay, just looking around, I see blue dots. That's other bases. And sometimes the base will have like a name like gold, you know, or something valuable. So far I'm not seeing anything popping out at me in those respects. Starter base, nip nip. Okay, that might be some fun stuff to go investigate. A cargo drop right next to me. Getting back to, you know, like random stuff being available. And you can spin that rusted metal into ferrite dust, by the way, so it never hurts to hold on to that. And I do not have a personal refiner. But we can actually craft one. Okay. Noted. Curious deposits. Okay, that's nanite. So you can actually spin the runaway mold that you can get from those curious deposits into nanites. So in other words, that's a nanite farm. This thing over here, can't... Oxygen, mold ruins. That might be worthwhile to go investigate for the oxygen. That'll save us a lot of time, you know. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get a move on here. Whoops. Again guys, I don't see him till it's too late. I wonder how many times that's happened already? And more importantly, I wonder how many more times it's going to happen before the expedition comes to an end. Alright, so reach your starship. I think we have to get in it to clear the quest. Okay, I was kind of skipping through all that. Alright, there it is. Join the Galactic Something Society. Actually, I was expecting that to say reach your starship. Yeah, reach your starship. And this might be a decent starship. C-class, decent cargo. Sells for 4 mil.
Nice.
Hyperdrive ain't great. But that's what modules are for. Alright, let's bounce back into our menu here. Collect ancient artifacts. Okay, yeah, the, Okay, I think that's one of those dig sites where you have to like get all the keys and then whatever you get at the end of that in the big chest, that's what they're wanting. But it says ruins right there, so that might be a 2 birds and 1 stone type of party. I'm gonna go that way. Whoop, stand by. First I wanted to see what they were gonna give us here at this building. And sometimes you have to solve like a little riddle or something here. I'll talk to old boy first. Or it could be a girl. Don't know, don't judge. I never know how to answer these. I didn't give him what he wanted. Oh well. Okay, so we got math. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 plus 12, that doesn't make sense. Okay, 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 4 is 24. 24 times 5? So yeah, it would be 120 times 6. And I'm doing math and my brain's hurt right now, but I think that's 720. Yay! So I'm probably getting sidetracked here. This is not exactly expedition territory right now. That could be a crashed ship or something. I don't know. Those are sometimes lucrative. Especially if there's a downed ship that they're going to give you for free and you just have to like repair something. You can salvage it, scrap it. You can repair the tech and just use it. So yeah, I might go investigate that here, but not right this minute. Right now I want to get to that base I marked. And I'm probably not going to worry about the mold. I brought plenty of stuff to sell for nanites, so you know I shouldn't have to sit here and grind a bunch of mold down for that. I like how they called it Bob Base. See, I've tried to name my bases Bob, like Planet Bob, you know, from the movie Titan AE. And it comes up profanity filter. I'm like, Bob, come on, that's not profanity. But either way, it doesn't like it. So, I see that this person found a way to get Bob in there without it breaking the profanity filter. So maybe I need to like type it that way, all in one word. Planet Bob. Where am I going? Why am I going this way? I don't know why I still think I need the oxygen. Oh yeah, I saw this great big shiny thing. I don't know why I feel like I need to break these. I guess I'm worried at some point we're going to need polished stone for something. And I've got it. And I'm going to hate it later if I get somewhere and it's like, oh, you need polished stone, ha ha ha. And then it's like, oh yeah, I remember seeing that somewhere. But I didn't take the time to get it. I hereby dub thee, Brutus. Ooh, that cat actually looks pretty cool. Let me see if I can craft my pellets now. And so I can. Okay, this will answer our question too about the Fossium. How we do that. That might be something different. Okay, interact with animals. So this should take care of the tame mission. Adopt as companion. Yay! And I'm gonna wait for him to poop. Oh wait, after you tame something, always look at their stats. Yeah, see, he needs love. Go ahead and gently pat, get that meter up. I'm probably not going to keep this, so I won't waste another pellet. But yeah, he should be pooping here any moment. Come on, Buster, poop. That's an interesting way to, Oh, that must be the oxygen, possibly? Yep, sweet freaking deal. Alright, thank you, good sir, or ma'am, whoever built that. Definitely appreciate a freebie. I still don't see poop. Wait a minute. Sometimes it'll show up on your little compass as a red icon, and I saw that red icon, but it was a drone. Maybe I need to feed him again. I thought he was getting ready to squat. Okay, this is kind of weird. I thought I was coming here for something else. A ruin? Free nanites, nice. Uh-oh. That's right, there's a base here. I can't get in there. Oh well. Okay, get some more nav data. Why not? Yeah, that was the oxygen. Nice. You got a telewarper, a couple of grinders. That tells me there's probably... No, maybe not. Of course, I don't have the units to buy anything. I will take the nav data. Oh, 1%. Wow, I need to pay more attention. Probably another riddle. Oh, I get another chance. Check this out. I'm gonna assume it's one of the two. Oh, I got lucky. Sweet. Alright, enough goofing around. Did I already loot that? Yeah. Free is definitely good. Oh, sweet. Yeah, my shields were definitely needing help. Okay, I'm not sure what else I'm doing here. Oxygen mold ruins. See, it says mold ruins. I guess that's why I was expecting to see like nanites somewhere. But I did notice that there were 2 teleportation chambers. Or whatever, the short range teleporter. So this should take me over to that tank where I saw the other one. This might be where the mold is. Aha! What do you know? Okay, but again, I don't feel like I need it, so... Thank you, good sir or ma'am. Kinda nice, they made this highway system, so to speak, for quicker travel. Where is my animal? I still don't have an answer to my Fossium question. Okay, see, they kind of follow you. So, see how he's got that little plus symbol above his body there? So yeah, they'll stay relatively close unless you run off too fast. I just need poop. So I will stand here waiting for animals to poop. Yeah, there's a big honking animal. Okay, there's the poop. Where'd the other one go? Alright, let's see if that... Oh yeah, I almost forgot my reward. Don't mind if I do. What was that, 5? Okay, search dung samples 4 of 20. So that's the answer, guys. We gotta collect the Fossium. I don't know why that's an expedition marker, but it is. Now maybe there's other dung samples, you know, out and about in the game that we can collect to speed that up. I don't know. But yeah, we might be feeding creatures and picking up poop here for a hot second. I'm not going to do that right now. I'll just kind of do that as we go, I suppose. But now we know. And I just realized I'm getting kind of full on inventory here. Why don't we go ahead and install some of these? We do have to install the fishing rig. Not quite there yet. Okay, before I do the signal booster thing, I'm gonna go investigate that signal we hit. The distress beacon. There you are. And if it's not like a downed fighter that I'm not interested in, I'll probably just go ahead and skip whatever this is. I mean, yes and no. Sometimes you get a reward, you know, for helping somebody out. A lot of times there's an NPC sitting here, they need a quick item, or you just never know. It's always fun to go investigate, though. That might be a pretty decent fighter. It's not letting me scan it, though. Kind of weird, it's not letting me scan. Normally it'll tell you the class and, you know, stats like inventory, etc. Oh, look at that, I need my multi-pass. Living slime can also be crafted down into nanites eventually. I think this way you get a module. I think this way you just get like random goods. I'm not really sure anymore. I'll go for the tech because if I don't want it, I can always... Ah, that's actually useful. I will keep that. Okay, this thing is a wreck. So it's C-class garbage. I'm not going to bother, you know, fixing it up because I'll just scrap this, but I'll show you guys how that works. Super quick and easy to do. All you really need to worry about is the pulse engines and the launch thrusters. And I can do both of these. So the metal plating and hermetic seal you craft right out of your inventory. Oh, I can't craft out of that inventory. Okay, got it. Hermetic seal. Wait a minute, what was the other thing I forgot already? Metal plating. Okay, so I need ferrite dust. And a good amount of it. Because I'm also going to have to build metal plating for the spinner, or the refiner. Run away! Run away! Crazy person with a multi-tool. I'm gonna be here all day if this is what I'm gonna rely on for ferrite dust. But yeah, not a bad deal. I think I'm gonna go for it. If nothing else, I can get some quick start units, you know, by scrapping it. And then again, I shouldn't need the units. I cannot build a base. Vapors. Okay, well, tisk. If I can get to the anomaly like right now, this feels like a massive waste of time because I've got units already sitting there waiting for me. Okay, we definitely have a space station. I cannot summon the anomaly yet. Breaking space rocks. Get all sorts of goodies for doing this. Gold, silver, platinum. Only bad thing is suicidal Peters tend to get in the way. Too bad there's not a expedition thing. Break 50 asteroids. Yeah, I just kind of want some starting out materials here. Gold, silver, platinum even, tritium especially. I haven't seen a suicidal Peter yet. That's kind of weird. Uh-oh. That's a tough asteroid. That's usually just more tritium. One thing I'm curious though is all these little fun nodes that I'm getting. There was a phase thing here where we had to get like stones or something. I wish I had a better memory. I kind of feel like I'm playing the card game right now. Okay, I must be missing it. No, there it is. Discover minerals. 6 of 10. So yeah, whatever I've been collecting has been counting. I don't think it's counting from the Starship, though. I think the only ones it's counting are like these. These. Okay, noted. Yeah, what might this be? Is that where I just took off from? No, it looks like a different base. Might as well investigate while I'm here. Shiny rocks, guys. Shiny rocks. But we get some nav data while we're at it. You know, one thing I've been terrible about today so far is checking my launch thrusters. I have no idea if those things are fueled, how much they're fueled. I have no idea if it's auto-recharging. And that's really bad when you go, you know, foot stomping like 10,000 meters away. And then you're like, oh yeah, great, I can't recall my Starship. No, carbon, what? Multi-pass, I knew it. Ah, here we go again. I'm gonna try the cheaper one this time. Against my better judgment. I don't know. It feels like the more expensive one is the right answer. Aw, man, I should have went with the cheaper one. Yeah, there's like nothing here for us. Okay, now that might be something worth investigating, because that might take care of that ruin. Yeah, buddy! Alright, got lucky. I don't even need to use my signal booster. Booyah. Where's my starship? I kind of feel like there's a submarine down there somewhere, and someone going, "Arr!" and looking up through the periscope, and all they can see is my big fat helmet. Every time I see these, I think of submarines. I cannot help it. Okay, so no space station, or no anomaly yet. Salvageable scrap. Okay, now that's one of those yellow, you know, valuable dig site item type things. It's probably not going to be ancient bones, but we can dig them up, we can sell them. The bad thing is I think you have to break casing for those. And that means we're going to make drones angry. Angering the locals is what I call that. Okay, there it is. Yellow Wi-Fi symbol. Salvage container. 600 meters! Units. Whatever. Ouch! Nothing closer. Okay. Okay, I don't think this is the kind of ancient ruin that's gonna have the dig site. So I guess I'll just do whatever's here to do first. You can either accept a word, or you can go to a monolith. Historical data. It's another ancient ruin. I don't know if that'll be a dig site. We can check it out. Another thing I need to go investigate. Oh, that's super close. Of course we're going to hit that. You never know. Sometimes you get free modules out of these things. Nice little fringe benefit. Oh, these are gonna be tough to scan. Uh-huh. I had them, then I lost them. But yeah, I need to find like those things underground that you can dig up that you have to analyze. I think that's what it wants to satisfy that quest or that expedition challenge. Looks like a walking pile of mushrooms. It is a walking pile of mushrooms. Oh, I bet that was a rare scan, or at least a tough to get scan. Okay. Alright, check us out. Discovered 10 new species. Yes, please. Alright. Moving right along. Yep, we can go ahead and install that sucker. Uh-oh. Why not? I hit the wrong button. Silly me. Wow, my inventory is not in great shape right now. I need to square that away. Only 3 more needed. No freaking way. Rare. Nighttime. Flying daytime. So a couple flying. That rare one's gonna suck at night. Ah, check us out. Too bad those aren't mounts. That'd be fun to fly. Okay, yeah, we're out. Not much else going on here. Hey, Countess, what is going on? Yeah, funny you should mention that. I logged in today, completely unexpected. Right after I said my last stream, you know, it's going to be a while before I do No Man's Sky because there's nothing else to do, unless there's an expedition. Had I known that 2 days later we'd have an expedition, I would have said something. But wow, talk about a pleasant surprise. Yes, hello to you too. Hope you're having an awesome whatever this is. Thursday? The day after Hump Day. Oh, that was a little overkill on the altitude. So I'm actually in the process of looking for a dig site. Ancient ruin, you never know what you're gonna get. So I might have to break out the old signal booster here. Alright, so that rare... Okay, yeah, I think this is definitely it. So this is an experiment. I don't know if this is what they want, but I'm here. We're going to give it a go. Okay, stay away from Gravitino balls. That will definitely anger the locals. Okay, so that should have been a key. And I like to get all the keys. You only need 3 technically to open the case. But, yeah, it's just kind of nice to have the extra keys because you can trade those in. And increase your standing with the guild. This one's not going to be easy to get after, is it? Oh, jeez. Thought there was another one, like, right next to me somewhere. I thought there were, like, 2 here. I was probably standing right next to one. Just couldn't quite see it. That was above me. Okay, so I've got the 3 keys needed, but again, I'm going to scoop all these bad boys up. I hear you, Countess. That is the story of my life. I can't tell you how many times I've been having a conversation with someone, and it is not the day I said it was. I just always get that funny look, like, yeah. Okay, that absolutely satisfied our quest, so booyah. I didn't even need to use the signal booster for that one. And I will absolutely take a moment and claim my reward. Now I can put down a base. I wish I had that before I found that broken starship. Oh well. It wasn't the greatest of starships anyway. Okay, speaking of my inventory needing help here, let's see, I've got radiation and toxic. What is this? Oh, personal refiner. Of course we're installing that. And I am slacking. Wonder how long that's been sitting there. I'm gonna put that right to freaking use.
Technology recharge.
Alright. Keys. I am not going to get there from here, apparently. Yeah, so this one, you know, in the world of expeditions, I know you said it's been a while since you played No Man's Sky, but if you do decide to fire up the old game, this one seems a little bit more relaxed. Like, I wasn't running and screaming and running in the very beginning. There was no predators, there was no hazard protection. I was like, huh, this is a different kind of expedition. So yeah, so far anyway, it's been more just run-of-the-mill, easy pace. Now there is a expedition challenge. It says like eliminate ancient guardians or something or other. Honestly, I don't remember exactly what it said. But that sounded like it might be a little more on the scary side of things. I hate ground combat. So, yeah, I don't know how that's gonna go just yet. Is this one I've already accessed? I hate... yeah, okay. I hate feeling like I'm missing something. Alright, we are out of here. What am I doing next? I don't know. Actually, I need to scan around for the rare stuff. It's almost nighttime. It is 17:15, so 5:15. Oh, there we go. So that's it, guys. I can get my huge nanite bonus if I just get one more scan here. Rare ground nocturnal. See, I just need to wait for nighttime. Let's see what else I can do. See if we can go find some trouble. Report to the GPS field office. Okay, have not even started to do that yet. See, defeat an ancient guardian. I have no idea what that means. Almost got my minerals discovered. There should be another mineral lying around that I can scan. I just need one. Ooh, that might be it. No, I already got that one. Oh yeah, the salvage container. We need to go get that. There it is. Boom, baby. Give me my money.
Protection falling.
Ooh, exosuit expansion. Absolutely gonna use those. I do not need these in my main save file any longer. So guys, just in case you're wondering, you can back out. You do not have to install these. They'll just stay in your inventory unless you use them. So you can absolutely back out, you know, you don't have to. But again, I do not need these back in my primary save file by any means. So to me, they are much more valuable installing them here during the expedition. Shield module. We might need that if we're going to be, you know, combating these hard to kill things. Okay, so I think that said rare ground nocturnal. So it's going to be a ground dweller. I think. Kind of funny, the weather in the game right now, it's all misty, you know, raining gently. That's literally the exact kind of weather that's going on right outside of my window right now.
Toxic protection stabilizing.
Yeah, I'm still not seeing any red dots popping out. Maybe I'll just go to my salvage container, scan around when we're over there. It's not super far. And before I get too far, I need to make real sure the Starship has launch fuel. I must have an auto charger installed. Or not. Which is kind of crazy because I've taken off a few times now. So much quicker than walking 1,000 meters. What in the world is that thing?
Units received.
Okay, definitely not seeing my animal yet. Now again, this might anger the locals. So, buyer beware.
Toxic protection.
It's about to be a party. Keep a watchful eye out for that animal I gotta scan to. I only need one more. In this planet's only got a few, so it's probably not going to be a ton of nanites, but it should be 1,000 or more. There it is. Boom, baby. Go ahead and hold to red. Oh yeah, 2,000 freaking nanites. Booyah! Pay me! And you can back out and get even more by doing the upload all. Which wasn't a lot. But hey, nanites are nanites. Yeah, no joke. I wish one of these expeditions, they would just give us like a rock star of a spaceship. You know, make it a default one. You know, it doesn't have to be a reward ship or anything. But just, you know, S-class, it's got the range, it's got just the everything. That would be cool. And then it would be its own reward, you know, in a sense. Alright, I just rolled up on a freighter fleet. I don't feel like I need a freighter in this expedition, so I'm not going to bother with that. But before I do anything, I do want to go get space station. And I don't know if this is an actual rendezvous. It's got the quest marker like it's a rendezvous. Or if this is just where we needed to go. Welcome back, folks. Level Up Royal here with you once again, and today I bring you No Man's Sky in the middle of nature. That's right, I'm sitting deep in the woods, completely surrounded by forest, nothing but the eye can see other than green. So please enjoy the sounds of nature while Captain Tight Pants runs around in outer space. That just might be my intro. 50,000, getting pricey. And since I'm here, if I can find another hyperdrive, I will absolutely scoop it up. Purple or gold at this point, I really don't care. Okay, nope, not today. Yeah, the green ones, really the blue and the green just don't do it, so I kind of had a thought there, well maybe I should just throw something in there, but no. I'm still not seeing starships coming and going. These cluckers are a challenge. Alright guys, what am I even doing here? I'm gonna follow that quest marker, I guess. Report to the GPS field office. I'm assuming that's what we're doing right now. It says the dig 1. So maybe this isn't a rendezvous. Oh, it stopped raining, so you don't get to hear the patter of the raindrops anymore. If I had opened the window about 30 minutes earlier, you would have heard the rain. And now I actually kind of just had a thought. Like, I'm spending a lot of time at coffee shops just doing editing, you know, catching up on the behind-the-scenes work on the channel, chaptering, descriptions, etc. And I wonder if they'd let me, like, do a stream. Probably not, it's a public place. But I could run extension cords out to my backyard and literally actually do this outside in the woods. Of course, when it started raining, that would really suck. Alright, I don't know what I'm doing. That derelict thing hit, and then I don't know what way it went anymore. Sometimes it's got a couple of cargo pods with it you can shoot out and give you gold. But I didn't see either cargo pod. It was like it really didn't spawn in right. Oh man, we're gonna have to hoof it. Yeah, leveling until it starts raining, or until ants start crawling up your leg, or any other one in a million joys of nature, like mosquitoes. Yeah, it's mosquito season. So I'd be gaming, and then all of a sudden my character would, like, move erratically, and you'd hear, like, a slapping sound. I'd be like, hold on guys, I need to take a break to reapply sunblock. A bird would probably swoop down and pick up my apple. Yeah, now that I'm thinking this through, you know, more thoroughly, I don't think a stream in nature is ever going to happen. I'll just go ahead and call that one right now. Through my window is as close as we're ever going to get to doing this in nature. Alright, anyway, I need to scan around here, I guess. 200, okay, that's not bad. That way.
Life support power low.
That's literally what you call getting carbon on the way. It doesn't get more on the way than that. Running right into it. Okay, that might be where we have to go. I bet that's one of those things we need. Yep, So this phase is about to really kick off into high gear. Let's go ahead and talk to our four-eyed friend. So, if he wore glasses, I wonder what they would call him. Eight Eye? Eight Eyes? That doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, right? But I need glasses now, so that's going to be fun to get used to. Everybody's telling me contacts are a disaster, don't even try. Okay, there's more polished stone. So remember I got a whole bunch of polished stone earlier? I was like, yeah, we're probably going to need this. Kind of funny, we just got more. Okay, collect a complete skeleton for the galactic. Okay. First things first, I want my rewards. Okay, so we got a fossil display. Nice, nice. Oh yeah, we need our inventory. Go ahead and bring it on. Definitely get more wiggle room in that.
Technology recharge.
Alright, sweet deal. So from here, collect a complete fossil. Alright, so it says fossil bed. I don't know if they'll just let me dig. And they do. I don't see any more markers here, though. Okay, so I must not be on the right planet. Okay, so it looks like if you're missing something specific, you can trade. Interesting. All it says is make swap offer. I don't see where it just says you can buy it outright. Huh. I'm gonna see what happens. Yeah, okay, so that's all I get. I don't have anything else I can dump in there. That's interesting. Oh, good to know, like, because I know in this expedition there's a couple of things where it says you have to complete, like, specific fossils, like, complete ones, so... Yeah, you might be missing just one or two bones, and that's really gonna hurt, so at least they give you a way here to swap those and get rid of your excess and get what you do need. Awesome stuff. Alright, let's go ahead and get our Starship over here. You know what? Stand by. Sausage fingers. Okay, I got you, Countess. Yeah, I've worn them. It's just, I don't know, like, my body isn't used to them yet. Like, my ears notice them, my nose notices them, so I just gotta get used to them. But, yeah, I just started noticing, like, a few months ago, like, I couldn't read things anymore that were close. I had to, like, hold them out at arm's length. And finally, I just had that thought one day, I wonder if I need glasses. And yeah, sophisticated, that's a good word. I feel like I'm like a professor or something when I'm wearing them. Okay, so what I need to do is look for abandoned paradise, huh? That's weird, because usually abandoned planets are like terrible, and paradise is of course beautiful. So how do you combine those two things together? Ancient bones. I bet that's what we need right there. Yes, accessorizing. The thing that's going to be hard for me is leaving them places. I'm going to set them down. I'm going to get home, and then like 2 days later I'm going to need them, and then it's going to be like, wonder where those are. The heck just happened? I feel like I flew into a rubber tree, got slingshotted backwards. Okay, I thought it said aquatic. I'm like, okay, something ain't right. $700 that way. Okay, well, I'm not walking, so yeah, we're taking our airplane here. It feels like this expedition is going to be more grindy. Like, I'm thinking about all the bones needed to, like, complete a full skeleton. And they want, like, one per phase completed. I don't know, hopefully there's like multiple bones at one, you know, hot spot. Shiny! Because I just can't help myself. Well, doggone it. Does not look like... there are many. I mean, there's many, just they're spread out. Yeah, this is going to be time consuming. Wow. I'm 3 hours in. Like, I feel like I'm going to be walking around this planet for the next 3 hours doing this activity. See, collect a complete fossil. So I'm going to try to make that complete fossil an avian skeleton. But we cannot pick and choose what we get. All we can do is hope we can trade them to get what we need. But again, I don't know what's involved with... okay, wing stubs. So I think I'm working on a flying animal. Okay, that's definitely not a flying animal. So I'm guessing we've got torso, head, arms or wings, and then legs or feet. So that'd be 6 pieces to construct a skeleton. And again, that's just a guess. I haven't done this yet. That time I saw the exploding plant before I got too close. I'm moving up in the world. Oh, so I'm gonna find them on my head? Okay, good to know. Maybe I'll think to, like, look there first next time. Or when it happens. But yeah, guys, it's terrible. Like, I'm always leaving things everywhere, you know? I'm in the car, I'm like, wait, where's my keys? I'm already in the car. No idea where the keys are. Ooh, a rib cage. Okay, now this time I got more than one. See? This is nice. More wing stubs. That's kind of far, huh? I'm gonna call my Uber. Hey, God Creator, what's up? Yeah, Expedition, I think it dropped today. Because I think I was playing No Man's Sky yesterday, and I don't remember seeing anything of the sort. I logged in today... and there it was. Popped right up on my screen when I logged in. But funny thing is I don't remember an update last night or anything. Unless it just did it automatically, you know, and I was unaware. So yeah, I think it said 6 weeks to do this one. Oh, well, heck, I'm already here. And I want to find, like, buried cache. I want to try analyzing that and see if that counts toward that that one quest marker. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I need to scan plants. I need to get back on that. Memory stone. No, that's not what I was... The heck was that? They're starting to bleed together in my mind now. Serve up a bone, whip up. Analyze recovered data. There it is right there, phase 2. Okay, so let's see if this counts toward that. I don't know if it is. That might be something completely different, but this is the first thing that came to my mind when I saw that. Oops. Okay, yeah, that was it. Wow, 1 out of 5, so that's how you bump those up. Okay, noted. I'll have to keep an eye out for those as I'm running around the terrain, too. Buried freaking cache. I'll add to that list of many of things to get. I must have done something wrong with my expedition here. Whoopsie. Oh, did I already do it? I guess I got everything it needs. Okay, heck, I'll take it. Return to the Patheonology Society. Where's my starship? It's the great big yellow thing in the middle of the yellow desert, and I could not see it to save my life. Alright. There will be more plants on other planets. For now, back to our quest marker. So far, I'm really happy with the way this is guided, because honestly that was kind of a big question mark in my head until just now, like, you know, trying to figure out what bones were needed, how many parts there might be. But yeah, I got it, and it told me right away. So very nice having quest markers, having that guidance. Well, I really overshot that, didn't I? Come on, baby. You can do it. Hey, God Creator, I'm just reading the chat here. You said you're gonna stream later. Yeah, good to know. I'll if I'm home, I'm gonna jump on and say hey. Slowly getting subs, but extremely slowly. So yeah, that's the name of the game. My channel is what, about 7-8 years old now, and it just moves slow. It comes in time. And you'll have little wins here and there. A video will just do unexpectedly well for no reason, and then it'll go back to, you know, not doing so hot. I don't know what it is. It's just kind of the way it shows it or something. I don't know. Haven't really figured out YouTube yet. Yeah, scan everything. Yeah, I don't know why it's laggy today. It was laggy on my end too. Just my feedback window was coming in delayed. It's been doing that since the beginning. I think it's just the internet with all the storms and everything. Every time we have bad storms roll through, our internet has issues. Yeah, second monitor, that's huge. I need one. I complain about that constantly. Especially for, like, the Zelda games. Alright, yeah, God Creator, thanks for letting us know. We'll definitely check you out. Alright, nearby plane is under attack. Ah, come on. Really? At least I'm in the right starship for the job here. Oh, these things are tanky. Holy, this thing just cuts through them. Uh-oh. Oh, I must have got back under atmosphere. Okay, that wasn't terribly challenging. They weren't doing a ton of damage. They were just tankier than the average bear. My other starship is still parked here? That's kind of funny. Why am I having landing issues today? Come on, baby, pick a spot. You can do it. There we go. Ah, tell your roommate thank you. I actually get that a lot. People ask me all the time, like when I'm playing Zelda or just any other game, Skyrim, I'll be in a hairy situation, but I'll just be sitting here, you know, casually talking, whatever. And people are like, how can you be so quiet? How can you be so chill right now? It's like, I don't know. Alright, so Junior Field Agent complete. New reward available. Collect reward. I didn't just get a geology cannon. I got a supreme geology cannon. Defeat an ancient guardian. I'm kind of wondering what's... Oh, I gotta put down a base first. Oh, no, I don't. I can make that right now. Oh wow, that's gonna spin super fast.
No free slots in
Uh-oh. 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 Okay, and it wanted Avian skeleton. Okay, so I was close. I was guessing 6. But apparently it's only 5. So you got the skull, the legs, the torso, the hands or arms or wings, and then the tail. And see, I don't know if this is going to be a flying creature or not. Because it doesn't actually say on here. It just says lengthy tailbone, fossilized tail. It doesn't say if it's a flying creature or otherwise. And I wonder if we get these back. Z Huppa Wappa lived over 30 million years ago, a forager. Once airborne, it never landed. Okay, so oh my god, I think I actually got one together here. By pure dumb luck. Package exhibit. Wow, I actually did it. That was just pure dumb luck, but now you guys know how to do it yourselves. Yeah, we had everything we needed apparently. Awesome. And I don't have to rebuild that. I can just pick it up and put it back in my inventory. That's good to know. Another movement module. You wonder if my videos would fit in the ASMR category. I can try. And then, you know, I could have like little funny blurps like yikes or just some of my other nuts I say nuts a lot. That'd be kind of funny. Like just saying nuts 50 times in a row in different situations. Yeah, Countess, this dinosaur thing is new. That's part of this update, I think, and this expedition is like just kind of teaching us the update. Because this whole expedition seems to be about bone building. Every phase, we have to do a different creature. Relics update, Wednesday, okay. Ah, gotcha, okay, yeah, I knew you could display them at the base, but I didn't know you could, like, trade and sell and stuff, so that's cool to know, God Creator, thank you. Yeah, the new cooking recipes, that was another expedition tasker. To cook bone stew or something or other, bone soup. Yeah, it should be fun. So, go ahead and grab that. Now, just because it's for science, since I'm here, I want to talk to these knuckleheads again, just to see if anything changed now, since I've got bone pieces in my inventory. Oh, sweet. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, man. Okay, so it looks like that's all he does. Single pieces. God, there's a lot of them. Holy guacamole. You could be looking at these for days. Look at all those pages, guys. Ugh. Alright, well. I was just curious, now that I had that thing built. I guess that's it right there. And it sells for $500,000. Not bad. It's a heck of a lot better than some of the parts, because the parts don't sell for much. But yeah, put together they sure do. Okay, yep, moving right along. Actually, that movement module, that's going in. Uh-oh. It might not be going in. I'm full up on inventory. Sweet. Unclutter the inventory a little. Alright, let's go find this ancient guardian. And you know, it's funny, remember I sold the scatter blasters? I was like, yeah, I'm never gonna use a scatter blaster. Depending on what I'm about to get into with this guardian... I might wish I had that scatter blaster. Locate ancient bones. I thought that was an ancient bone planet. Ooh, check that out. Those are dangerously low.
Technology recharge.
It's probably that. Oh, there it is. Toxic anomaly. Okay, that's not ancient bones. Okay, I could have sworn I was just on an ancient bones planet somewhere. Gas giant. I'm trying to figure out where that planet was that I had, where we did all our bone stuff just now. Okay, chestnut storage R2, I think that's toxic anomaly. That's not the droid we're looking for. I'm not going to be able to scan that because it's too close to the planet. I don't know what is going on with my game today, but I am having issues reading planets. Come on, baby. Help me out here. Up. Navigation marker. I think that's what I'm looking for. That's right, I never picked my marker back up. Good for me. See, I knew I left it there for a reason. Okay, this is what spawned in before. Remember I was saying like there should be a couple of pods here we can blow up? And they just weren't spawning in. Yeah, it just gives you a little bit of gold. And then a couple of pirates will come to attack.
Hostile ships approaching.
If I can avoid combat with them, I'll just go ahead and skip that part. If I can get far enough away from them. Well, if there's only one, I might as well deal with it. Oh, never mind, we're good. Yep, ancient bones. Wait. Is that not my ancient bones planet? What is going on here? Okay, not just me having issues scanning. Okay, I could have sworn that was the one I was on where I was doing the bone stuff. But wow, it's not showing up on the readout anymore, so maybe I was mistaken. Ancient Bones, there we go, okay. So I don't know, it was funny, I thought I put my quest marker down there. I don't know what in the heck I think I marked. Am I streaming in 4K? No way, Jose. I don't even know how to do that. I don't even remember seeing a setting for 4K. The highest my OBS was willing to go is 1080. I don't know, maybe it like auto set itself to do that. I can go back in there and take another look. I'm on your 55 inch? Nice. This is an interesting planet. Kind of looks like we've got Tingle's hat sitting there. Alright, there it is. Get her done. I probably want my good Starship for this fight. I'm going to try to do it from the air. I don't know if I can, but I like to avoid ground combat if at all possible. So, you know, if I can trigger the fight, get in my Starship, and just do it from the air, I'm gladly do it that way. Alright, here we go. Hey Joker, welcome back. Hope the pizza slash doctor was okay. Yeah, witch's hat, good call. I said Tingle, not everybody knows who Tingle is, so... I don't see any fist fight. Disturb the eye. Okay, now normally, you know, Life 101, you never disturb the eye. But in video games, we're disturbing the eye. Oh, it's that thing. Oh, wow, and he smarts. Okay, so I'm going to try to kill it from the air in my Starship. Oh no! Oh, launch thrusters are empty, okay.
Technology recharge.
I thought it was not going to let me take off. Now this is when it would be great to have a Sentinel Starship. There's no way I just killed it that easy. Really? I'll be darned. I did kill it that easy. So there it is, guys. If you're like me and you absolutely hate the thought of ground combat, just get back in your Starship. I only had to plug it a couple of times. And that was it. Mission complete. Booyah. Yeah, that's how I'm going to do them all. Now, it dropped a canister. I saw it when I was flying around. I don't see it anymore. I was going to go loot that and just see what it was. And now I don't know where it went, or it just spawned. Okay, it must have just spawned. And maybe that was a consequence of, you know, using my Starship. Okay, well, we'll have 4 more phases and 4 more Guardians to kill. So I'll try to make a better effort to get that canister just to see what the loot is, because now I'm super curious. And guys, while I'm pushing 3.5 hours on this, and we only really did phase 1 here complete. I think I'm going to go ahead and call this one good for today. I feel like folks have a good roadmap now to kind of continue. And yeah, phase 2 through 4 I think are pretty identical. You just go around, collect the bones, you have to construct a different creature, and it's guided, so it tells you what. But, okay, let me make sure I didn't actually forget to collect any of these. Okay, I'm not making that mistake again. Okay, and there it is. Phase 1 Expedition Rewards. Come to Papa. What do we got? What do we got? Blueprints, blueprints. Okay, I can dig the posters. Posters are fun. I still don't have my multi-pass. Oh well. Alright, so that's it. Phase 1 complete. Now I have kind of jumped ahead and done a little bit in other phases. So phase 2, 3, 4, and 5 will go quicker. Yeah, again, just reassembling, catching a fish, discovering plants. I'm almost done with that. I might even be able to... I know I'd already scanned these. And then, yeah, same type of thing. I'm about halfway done excavating terrain. This is the one where you have to do a little bit of cooking. Yep, definitely have a ton of more ancient bones we're going to have to scoop up. Investigate memory stones, which I've only gotten one of those so far. That was in our very first star system. Maybe I should have just walked around that planet and gotten them all. And then I still got to play with poop, you know, can't forget that. So yeah, it's pretty much it, guys. It's just all about the bones. But it's fun, so yeah, I'm in it. It's just going to be a longer expedition. I'm not going to be completing this one in under 30 minutes or less. This is going to be time consuming. You know, there's a lot of footwork, you know, digging up the bones. 50 of them. I've only got 7. And then, you know, reassembling the right ones, and yeah, it's going to be a bit of a more time-consuming expedition. But it should be fun. So I might come back on later tonight. We'll have to see. I kind of want to finish this one sooner than later. I might not be much available next week. So I'm going to try to get this expedition done. What is today? Thursday. I'm going to try to get it done before the weekend ends. So yeah, there will probably be some late night No Man's Sky action later tonight. I am finally eating the pizza I made an hour ago. Well, I don't know. Maybe that was just good planning, you know? This way you had pizza when you came home. So I actually make my own pizzas now. I get whole grain pita bread. It's delicious. It's already cooked. Throw some sauce on there. Throw some cheese on there. Bake that sucker. It's done. And I use low-fat cheese. So, like, all in all, the whole grain crust, you know. Good protein meal. Whole grains. Healthy-ish. Yeah, Joker, I poked the eye. Tisk, tisk. It's like the red button, you know? Do you not push the red button? Well, someone's gonna push the red button. The Stone Minotaur. Yeah, I need to play more with the Minotaurs. So you use the Minotaurs for combat, God Creator, if I'm reading that right. Oh, I didn't know that, Countess. Those canisters can roll? I know the runaway mold can roll from miles, because I've chased them. That's why I started building buildings around them. But yeah, okay, the canisters, good to know. I did not know they could roll. Alright, God Creator, I'll definitely stop in and say hey. Thanks for letting us know. Yeah, guys, thanks. Appreciate the support there, God Creator. Oh, the Minotaur can attack you when you poke the eye. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Alright, folks, so yeah, we're going to go ahead and call this one done. Wow, 3.5 plus. I'm feeling it. But yeah, we'll definitely get her done later tonight, see how much farther we can get in. I'm going to try to do it in a total of 3 streams. Kind of like, you know, beginning, middle, end, kind of like the last time. But again, this might be a little bit grindy with running around and collecting the stuff, so we'll just have to see how it goes. Anyway, folks, I hope it helped you all out. I hope you enjoyed it. If you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, and comment, that is always appreciated. And as always, until the next time, best of luck and happy traveling. Or in this case, happy expeditioning. Is that a word? Expeditioning? Verb. Doing the expedition. W stream. What does that mean? Will I stream? W? Yeah, that's more than one recipe I've told you now. There was my peanut butter and agave syrup sandwich, and now I've got my whole grain pizzas. I'll have to come up with a new recipe. Pass that on. Ah, W means win. Okay, win stream. Got it. Thanks, Joker. Alright, guys. Yeah, I need to... I don't sit in the back of the bus, so I don't know what the cool kids say. So I've never seen that term before, W stream. Anyway. Alright, folks. Again, thank you so much. We'll catch y'all later. Peace out.